Swy Twombly is one of the best painters of the latter half of the last century, the 20th century, although he only died not so long ago, 2011. And this is some of his work, which is very poetical, very lyrical, very eloquent. But I'm not going to talk about his paintings. He also took photographs. I don't know how important the photographs were to him. I certainly don't know whether they were that important to his painting. But since his death, his photographs have come to light and they're being exhibited. And they're mostly Polaroid photographs. But these Polaroid photographs are also very poetical and lyrical and dreamy and quite magnificent. But I just wonder how much of that is down to Twombly and how much is it down to the actual quality of the Polaroid photographs themselves. Polaroid photographs have a very particular quality that personally I find very seductive. It has that sort of warm, milky quality, and the colours are what I call drowned. They're saturated but otherworldly. I'm not sure whether we're seeing here the genius of Twombly or the genius of Polaroid. These photographs certainly have an ethereal, dreamlike quality to them, particularly I think in contrast to today's digital photographs, which are, I think in comparison, very often flat and dead. Now look at these. If you were to see these photographs and somebody was to tell you they were done by a famous director, I reckon you could probably have a good guess that they were done by Andrei Tarkovsky. These are the kind of images you see in your dreams. This image, for example, is like something out of a fairy tale, and not a fairy tale with a happy ending, I suspect. Everybody today is obsessed with image quality, but the peculiar thing about Polaroids is that the image quality, certainly from a technical point of view, is actually quite bad. There's no dynamic range, or the dynamic range is very poor. There's no true blacks, there's no true whites, there's no sharpness, the lens was awful, the images are blurry, all the colours they're all over the place, and there's loads of distortion, but they have a power and a poetry that today's out-of-camera JPEGs just can't match. Today we would call these selfies, but I took these Polaroids at least 20 years ago, if not 25 years ago. But even then, I couldn't recognize myself in these images. Yet today, looking at them again, for all their distortions and blurriness, I do detect something, a part of me, part of my true being, if you like, that today's high-tech digital cameras would be incapable of revealing. Perhaps Polaroids make artists out of us all.